Okay, so you see the headlines constantly, right?
Yeah.
Big company news, huge funding rounds, acquisitions. But what if the real story, the real power behind those moves, isn't just the company logo? What if it's the people? That's what we're bringing into today in this deep dive, Beyond the Buzz. How AI PR is quietly powering the personal brands behind the biggest business moves.
hmm
We want to unpack how AI, artificial intelligence, is being used in PR to really build up these strong personal brands. We're talking founders, execs, consultants, creators, helping them land those big keynote gigs, get featured on major podcasts, write those thought leadership pieces.
And it's spot on for right now. I mean, think about it. We're kind of post LinkedIn saturation, post pandemic shifts, maybe even post hype cycle in some areas. People are really looking for authenticity. And the platforms themselves, they reward that human connection, that storytelling, much more than, say, old school corporate speak. So this AI PR thing, it's emerging as this quiet superpower for building influence, but at scale.
Yeah, a quiet superpower. I like that. So we're going to get into some specifics like how these AI tools actually figure out which personal stories will hit home and where they should be told. And this idea of founder-forward PR, where the CEO is basically the face as much as the brand itself. Plus, how automation and pitching is leveling the playing field, giving solo operators the kind of media access that used to cost a fortune. Okay, let's start there. How exactly do these AI tools pinpoint the right stories, the newsworthy ones, and crucially figure out a best place to tell them? Give us a sense of that.
All right, well, it's pretty fascinating. These tools can process just enormous amounts of information. Think industry trends, breaking news, chatter online. They look for, let's say, narrative gaps. Where's a conversation happening that needs an expert voice? Or they spot the perfect timing for someone to comment. So maybe it scans thousands of articles, finds a topic that's not getting enough coverage, matches it to a founder's specific background, and can even suggest, okay, this journalist is probably the most interested based on their recent work. It's about using data for, well, precision storytelling.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Moving past just gut feelings.
Yeah.
Which brings us to that founder-forward PR you mentioned, making the CEO as visible as the company.
Yeah.
What's the biggest hurdle there for executives, and how does AI help them clear it?
Consistency is a big one. And frankly, finding angles that are genuinely unique, not just repeating talking points. Many execs are brilliant leaders or technologists, but maybe not natural media storytellers. So AI can help distill their key ideas, pull out those unique experiences or perspectives they have, and then map those directly onto relevant media opportunities. It helps find their authentic voice,
Yeah.
and amplify it strategically. They become less of a spokesperson and more of a real thought leader.
Right, so it's almost like a personal brand amplifier, but driven by data.
Yes.
And that connects to the automated pitching piece. How is that really giving solo experts the same shot as the big players? What does that mean if you're trying to build your brand without a huge budget?
Oh, it's a total game changer, especially for independent consultants or creators. Think about it personalizing pitches, really targeting journalists based on what they actually write about. That used to take a lot of manual effort, usually a whole PR team. Now you have AI platforms that can automate that personalization. They craft tailored pitches based on, say, a reporter's last few articles or their stated interests on social media. So one person, a solo expert, can effectively reach hundreds of relevant media contacts with messages that feel really personalized. It gives them the kind of reach that might have previously required a big agency budget, but without that massive overhead. And you see the results. We are talking about founders leveraging this AI approach to land actual book deals, generate serious investor leads, even secure major corporate partnerships. It's really shifting things quietly.
Wow. So, yeah, it definitely sounds like AI PR isn't just some optional nice to have anymore. It's becoming like essential infrastructure if you're serious about building and scaling a personal brand today.
Exactly. And if you zoom out, look at the bigger picture, it really highlights how the value is shifting. It's less about just what product is being sold and more about who is the trusted voice, who's being quoted. And that directly impacts everything: capital, company culture, overall credibility. It leads straight to those outcomes like book deals, investment, partnerships we talked about. Which leaves us with a really interesting question, maybe for you listening to think about. If audiences genuinely want authenticity, and if the platforms are set up to reward human stories, how might this quiet superpower, this anti-PR, actually redefine influence? And maybe even redefine what authenticity itself means in a world where algorithms are increasingly designed to, well, find and amplify that human touch.
That's a really potent question to leave us with, something to definitely mull over as you navigate this landscape. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive today. We hope it gives you some perspective on the really growing power of personal branding in the world right now.